Page 28. Fighting for my sanity. Immediately went and called her on the patient's phone. Dr. Landry, here is Dr. Walsh, I said. Please talk to him. I handed the phone receiver to Dr. Walsh. I could not wait for him to get off the phone. He talked to Dr. Landry for about 10 minutes. Dr. Walsh hung up the phone and wrote something in my folder. He told me, "Let's go to your room and talk." When we got to my room, he told me Dr. Landry told him I was harassing her. She said she saw you in her clinic but did not smell an odor coming from you. Miss Wilson, if you call Dr. Landry again, I will have no choice but to put you on phone restriction. My mouth dropped open. I could not believe that Dr. Landry had abandoned me. If you continue to say you have a foul odor coming from your body and refuse to take the medication, I will have no choice but to take you to court and get a court order from a judge. That will give the hospital ward the right to give you the medicine and keep you here until you get better. I flopped down on the bed. I sat there in disbelief. I could not believe this doctor could have the legal right to give me psychiatric medication for a chemical imbalance I did not have. I was terrified. Dr. Walsh left the room and said he would see me on Monday. Over the weekend, I thought about how Dr. Landry could have helped me from the first day I found the book. All she had to do was get the book and still talk to the dermatologist. I hated her. Being in the mental ward was not helping me. I could not go to the doctor's office or the library. I was terrified of staying in Chicago anymore because of the threat Dr. Walsh had made about forcing me to stay in the ward. If he felt that way, other doctors might as well. I had to think of a way out of the ward. I wanted to go back to the library and get a telephone number or address from the book, The Human Body Odor, so I could talk or write to the book's authors. I would tell Dr. Walsh on Monday that if he let me see a dermatologist and the dermatologist said I do not have a body odor, I would start taking medicine. The fact was, I was obsessed with seeing a dermatologist. I knew I had to get out of the hospital to help myself. When I found the book, I found hope for life. I kept telling myself I needed to see a dermatologist. I did not understand why the doctors could not smell the odor, but I knew it was possible from the little information I read in the book. I had been in the ward for 4 days and 3 nights. On Monday, I woke up at 5:30 and I ate breakfast, showered, and waited for Dr. Walsh to come. Like clockwork at 7:30 a.m., Dr. Walsh came in. "Hi, Ms. Wilson," he said. "Did you get some rest this weekend? Please support our journey to awareness by spreading the word about body odor conditions and the harm they can cause to sufferers. Read the true horror story of a 15-year-old girl from the south side of Chicago who started smelling foul while growing up in the ghetto. The 7 years in my book were the scariest time of my life, but I survived, and we are teaching each other how to live differently. Get a glass of milk, wine, or tea, snuggle up with a blanket, or chill on the couch, and read or listen to an unbelievable story of human strength being stretched to its core. Pick up a copy at Doran's Publishing, Amazon, or Barnes & Noble. I am CarrieWilson.com, and I have trimethylaminuria, TMAU,